this is a brand new piece, so it called for a new set design, new costume designs, and video, and hair and makeup. At the center of the stage is an LED screen, which during many of the scenes in the Sargent studio feature works of art by him or scenes of Boston. But we also use it to feature works of art by lesser-known artists of color to underscore scenes in different places outside of the Sargent studio.
Thomas Eugene McKeller.
Much like all the music in this piece, you know, there's the words we say, and then it's how we feel. The music, Damien's composition, elevates the emotional stake of everyone there. And that is heightened, that is lifted by the art which you see. To me, this is painting a story. Every person is a brushstroke, and it is through Johnston that we get the chance to see the humanity of the paintings, of the perspective, and he does an incredible job.
You have David Neely, who, honestly, of the conductors I worked with, has such a deep, deep understanding for storytelling through music. So David will say things that sound like technical music notes, and they just clarify the story, like in a heartbeat.
We had an orchestra workshop then in April, and that was a chance for Damien to hear the orchestration. The workshop process is designed to give the creative team a chance to hear things and develop things and see if things are working in the way that they imagined. And so we start with a libretto workshop, and this was about 2 years ago. We had our first musical workshop in New York. And the point of that is just to see, okay, are we close before we start orchestrating?
American Apollo came to be an opera because in 2019, I was a part of a program through Washington National Opera called the American Opera Initiative, where they pair composers and librettists. And so Lile and I were put together. The first version existed as a very short, sort of 20-minute chamber version.
When I first saw the 20-minute version in an online format back in 2020, I was so struck by the material, the music, the storytelling, and it seemed to me that there was space for it to expand into a fuller-length version. And I felt that we were the company to be the ones to invest in that.
For me, I had to ask myself, why are there 3 characters here that we care about, and actually what brings these incredibly disparate characters together? So what are we going to reveal about these people that people think they know of the human? And then the challenge with Thomas is we have far less of the historical data. I have included every word that is on record that he said or wrote in the text of this opera.
It means the world to me to perform the role of Thomas Eugene McKeller. I'm the guy that wears his shirt when he goes to the beach. And for me to be vulnerable to this extent took a lot of work, not just physical work, but mental work and emotional work. There have been lots of therapy sessions. I understand what he could have felt, what he could have been going through emotionally, and I try to put myself in his position and be as honest as possible.
Every time has its own danger and its own heartaches, but for Thomas, for him to reveal who he loved and how he loved would have been a death sentence. It's an opportunity for them both to be seen as who they are. It's an act of commitment, and it's an act of love. And that's why we need to see it.
We don't know exactly what occurred between these 2 men, but it is very clear through the creative output that there was an intense, emotional, dramatic relationship that existed between them.
What I hope to do, which is what I hope this piece does as well, is bring to light that it is all of our influences that shape a full story.
And you were making something very special.
It's important as a singer, as a performer, to be in the moment and to allow for an organic performance. One person's change or one person's tone can reflect differently how you answer them back, even though you're saying the same words and you're singing the same pitches, right? And that's when you have really good actors on stage, that's when live theater becomes phenomenal.
Beauty is so